Hey man, so when the hell did we start getting to the good part, man? When the hell did we start living like the actual life that we've always wanted to live, right? I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I want to live a life where I'm able to travel freely, do whatever I want without worrying about money and all this stuff. It seems a bit too privileged to be saying stuff like that, right? But we work for what we have, right? Or at least some people do. Other people do other things to get what they need or want. But to my point, the point of all this conversation is to say, like, hey man, like I feel like everybody here, the people listen to me, is just we do a certain amount of work, we see an expected amount of output or outcome, and we compare it against an expected level of output, and it's sometimes it's demoralizing too because you expect a certain level of accomplishment, but or a certain level of betterment or improvement in your life, but you really don't see it, and so you start to ask yourself, hey man, so what the hell? Do I just keep working until I die? Because it seems like things are going that way, and the reason why I say that is because we're all not blind, right? We see these prices, we see that Gen Z isn't able to buy these houses because it's super high, especially in certain areas where salary is supposed to be high, but rent is almost as expensive as a mortgage for half a mil house. Housing prices are through the roof. For some reason, we're seeing the most expensive house in a urban area, and we expect that price to be for a better house in a better area. We don't see anymore an affordable house or affordable, yes, but what I mean is a decent, reasonable house for a reasonable place at a reasonable price in a reasonable area. We don't see that anymore, and what we see instead is we see minimum wage being pushed from 10 to 15 in certain areas, and even pushed further up. But at the same time, it's not enough to keep up with the expenses, the everyday expenses that we all incur, right? We pay for gas, or car fuel. We pay for diesel for those who use diesel vehicles. We pay for utility bills, especially those who live with a family. And of course, you have to pay some of the bills around the house, right? Well, to my point, if food's expensive, going out is a freaking luxury and not a privilege anymore. Uh, Utilities is up. Rent, of course, those want to use Netflix and stuff like that. That's fine. Just figure out a way to cash flow, right? Is the point of it's just the point I'm trying to make here, right? It's just hard to have enough money to pay for pretty much things that make us comfortable and enjoy life, right? We can no longer go on little tiny trips unless you go with like 6 or 7 people to cover for the expenses. Can't anymore. I just say going out, right? Can't anymore go out even alone because everybody's so busy that if you want to experience certain things, you have to go alone. And going alone, you cover everything, right? Obviously, you cover everything that, especially the surcharge, the surplus, or the inflated prices that we've seen over the years. It's just hard. So you start to ask yourself, like, so if I want independence, I want to move out. That means I'm gonna have to get roommates. Okay, yes, that's kind of an obvious thing. But for those who are even better off than certain people, it's not easy anymore to get or to own an apartment, or sorry, rent an apartment in a decent area without being screwed over by rent. That's just not the thing anymore, right? And yeah, and that's pretty much my rant or point in this conversation, in this video. I'm just saying, like, hey, like, we want to go out, but we can't because we're broke. Even though certain people earn enough money to justify certain things, they can only do a certain amount, a limited amount, because everything's so damn expensive. Can't buy a house because everything's too high. Can't go out because everything's too high. Every now and then you could afford a certain luxury, but it's limited. You only get once or twice a week, and for those who want to be more excessive, they either pay everything on a credit card and pay the minimum payments, and then they say no doing credit card debt, or they just don't go out at all, right? can't buy a good car off the lot at a reasonable price anymore. At the same time, I feel like I feel like nobody who doesn't own. Okay, so my idea for those who's supposed to own, who are able to afford a brand new car off the lot, should have a couple of things out the way. No student loan, no consumer debt, and the price of the car has to be less than half of their salary. And if you're asking where I got this from, I listened to Dave Ramsey. He's pretty much the reason why I pretty much have what I have. I do follow his teachings for the most part, and I don't regret my decisions I made financially. I just hope that people are more financially aware of their situation and are able to optimize it to live a better and stress-free life. I think in one of my videos before, I emphasize paying for peace of mind, paying for comfort, and also being out of debt. But yeah, it's hard to do all of that when things are just hyperly expensive for no reason, right? It's just super hard. But yeah, that's pretty much the topic of the video I want to talk about today. It just came to the dome. Maybe you can say I'm projecting, or I'm taking it out on this video. You can I guess both are probably true, but maybe not. But yeah, the gameplay in the background is me sniping on Battlefield 6. I apologize for the video quality. It's lagging for some reason. I never had this issue. I'm gonna use a few more videos that I've had already recorded, and some of those videos may have lags, but of course I plan to get new ones, and hopefully the lag isn't an issue anymore. I don't know why it's been like this. But yeah, alright then fellas, later.